Hi, I'm Casey, and this is my media producer and camera lady, Emily.
Hi.
She likes to have a bit of spotlight.
What?
Anyways, I wanted to start by saying that I enjoyed your class, Professor Darrow. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. The past 10 days have been quite the challenge. I struggle with finishing my work by the deadlines, letting my formatting and editing take quite the hit. I even suffered a mid-class crisis when I tripped over my laptop's power cord, causing my open computer to fall from the top of my dresser to the tile floor of my bedroom. Luckily, the computer only suffered damage to its outer casing. Thank you, Dell. Anyway, I have learned a ton in the past 10 days, and I am pleased that I wrote a couple of stories as well. Now on to my review entitled, Does an Old Speculative Fiction Novel Warn Society About the Future? I was torn between writing about Joe Haldeman's 1974 novel, The Forever War, and Aldous Huxley's novel, Brave New World, written in 1932. I am fairly new to reading and writing fiction for pleasure, and both of these novels really furthered my interest in speculative science fiction. Huxley's Brave New World is an obvious and more well-known choice for a literary review, and since I am basic, I will be choosing the obvious choice. However, I felt The Forever War needed an honorable mention. Huxley's Brave New World is a chilling tale of a future where people are no longer born naturally, but rather genetically manufactured in a hatchery and conditioned to conform to their predestined social classes. For instance, children created for labor are placed in a room with books and administered an electric shock each time they touch said book. This shock conditions the kids away from having the desire to learn because reading is non-essential to low-caste laborers. Furthermore, a drug named Soma is readily available in this society. Somas are essentially happy pills. Huxley describes a state of ecstasy each dose of Soma will give its users on page 55 of Brave New World. There is always Soma, delicious Soma, 0.5 gram for half a holiday, 1 gram for a weekend, 2 grams for a trip to the gorgeous East, 3 grams for a dark eternity on the moon. Did Huxley create the speculative fiction masterpiece because he thought society could eventually evolve into something similar to a Brave New World, or did he just envision a great sci-fi story? What I find most chilling is Brave New World was written almost a century ago, when our actual civilization was much less technologically advanced than it is today. Huxley's narrative is set in London in the year AF after Ford 632, a future in which humans are mechanically mass-produced in hatcheries to fulfill specific economic functions in society, says the Literature of Propaganda, a Literature of Society series. The novel makes several brief references to Henry Ford as almost a deity, Ford being the father of mass production. His disruptive changes to the workforce, technology, human mobility, and corporate power obviously play a role in Huxley's inspiration for the story. The story's plot is further complicated when a savage appears within the controlled society. The savage was born naturally in a village outside of modern civilization. Eventually, the mother of the savage, a full-scale Soma abuser, makes public claims that the father of her child is the director or the leader of the hatchery. The savage and the others, questioning the lack of free will, send ripples of individualistic thought throughout the society, resulting in their expulsion from England. So did Aldous Huxley believe humanity could be heading in the direction of his Brave New World? I think Huxley wanted his readers to be mindful of possible implications of future modernism and the power of the politicians and the corporations at the forefront. Some readers may say ignorance really is bliss and argue that the society in Huxley's novel is a mostly happy society. For me, I would like to maintain a freedom of choice and thought. And that is my review. Thanks again, Professor Darrow, for sharing your insight and passion for literature. Now a quick message to the estimated millions of viewers of this video.
Please like and subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified for all the future videos. Bye!
Bye.